Hey guys, I'm at Suntec City for the biggest car event of the year. I'm talking about the Singapore Motorshow 2025. Now, you want to come down and check out all the nice shiny new cars, right? But more than that, I bet you're looking forward to all the juicy deals and promos. Well, I have them all at my fingertips. And if you follow me, I'm going to show you exactly what to look out for. I'm going to find the best deals. I'm going to find the biggest bargains. It's all happening inside, so follow me and let's check out the Singapore Motor Show together. Okay, so brand number one for me today is the number one brand in Singapore. BYD has almost certainly captured the sales crown for car sales in Singapore in 2024, and they are launching the BYD Sea Lion 7 here at the Motor Show. Now this is causing a stir because it is high performance, it is spacious, and it is priced to sell. There is a $10,000 Motor Show discount for Category B models and $5,000 for Cat A. This one is in Cat B, and there are two versions. This is the basic version, which goes from 0 to 100 in 6.7 seconds. It's selling net of discount for $209,888. There is a twin motor version, and that costs $234,000 888 net of discount, and that comes from 0 to 100 in 4.6 seconds. Can you imagine that? But okay, the everyday driver wants something a bit more practical and maybe a bit more family friendly. So for that, if you follow me, you'll be able to see somewhere in the distance the BYD M6. Now that is a Category A electric MPV, and I'm going to show you why everyone is interested in this car. It is quite rare in the market. I mean, fully electric 7-seaters are relatively hard to find, especially ones that are members of the below $200,000 club. Net of Motor Show promos, this is going for $167,888. You feel lucky though, you should come down to BYD and take your chances, because you do get a chance to take home a BYD 803 for free. So what happens is you buy the car, you spin this wheel, and you win the number of chances you get. And only got 30. The maximum is 100 chances. And of course, the more chances you win, the more likely you are to take home a free BYD 803. So come and have a go. Best of luck. Of course, one of the reasons to come to a motor show is to pick up freebies. And let me give you a tip. Toyota is giving out these blind boxes. You have to do a whole thing involving smashing that wall over there. So if you have some frustrations you want to work out, maybe on a spouse or something, sign up, get that done, and then you get to take home a blind box. I've already done mine. And of course, I have no idea what's inside. It could be one of these 4 items here, and then it's a mystery item and a chance to win a bigger prize. Shall we see what's inside? Oh, do you know what though? I want to save that for later, because I have seen something else that has caught my eye. Let's go check that out. And that something is the quintessential Corolla Altis. Now I have to say, I'm a big fan of Toyotas because they're everything you want in a car that you actually own. They run like a Swiss watch and they do exactly what they say on the tin. So the Corolla Altis is, I guess, a car that needs no introduction. It's probably the best-selling car of all time. 50 million copies sold. You know what a Corolla is going to offer you? Toyota's range is very wide, of course, and like everybody else, they do have Motor Show promos. Like $1,000 insurance rebates, a $1,000 financing rebate, as well as $1,000 in Shell petrol vouchers with every trade-in. Oh, and on top of that, you do get a 2% extra discount with Shell Fuel when you buy a car at the Motor Show. And I think that's kind of ironic because Toyota is king of hybrids, fuel-saving hybrids, and really this show floor is covered in hybrids. So it's very clear that this is a brand that wants to help you save money, and I guess that extra 2% is just a way of getting you off to a good start. So here I am at Nissan, and the big news for this brand is a compact SUV. It's the all-new Qashqai. It's been a very popular car, and as you can see, it's been completely redesigned. It is a 1.5-litre turbo, and it is being launched at the show with a price of $212,800. There are Motor Show promos for the Qashqai, the Serena e-Power and the X-Trail e-Power. You get 5 years free servicing, plus 1 year's free road tax and ceramic coating. That applies to the all-electric Ariya EV as well. And for all the Nissans you see here, if you top up $1,000, you get a special edition with amber Napa leather or Tiffany blue Napa leather for the extra bit of style and comfort. So Subaru is known for its driver-oriented cars, and here at the Motor Show, its most important model, the Forester, has gotten a nice sporty makeover. And they are launching the STI edition for $184,400. There are promos such as 5 years of free servicing and 5 years road tax rebate. There is apparently a lucky draw that is sure win with prizes worth at least $600. So if you are feeling lucky, head down to the Subaru stand. One thing this year's Motor Show has in common with last year's show is that there is so much interest in electric cars, in particular Chinese electric cars. But the Chinese certainly don't have a monopoly on battery-powered cars. Citroën actually has been at it for a while, for example, and this car is priced to sell. So this is the EC4, a pure electric kind of fastback, and it's retailing here at $152,999. There is a Motor Show promo which has brought the price down. If you want something a little bit more SUV-like, there is the EC4X, which is a slightly more rugged looking version that costs $162,999. Now you do get a category A electric vehicle, battery power, all the silence, refinement and efficiency of a pure electric car, and it is a very reasonable price. But I have heard from Cycle and Carriage that there are some units here priced from as low as $147,999. I don't really know exactly which ones right now, but if you want to find out, drop me a WhatsApp and I'll ask. Now, one of the constants of the Singapore Motor Show is that the BMW stand is always packed. I guess everybody wants to be a BMW driver. So the brand has launched 2 new cars this year, and this is one of them. This is the new 116. It is a Category A machine, and the reason they've kept it in Cat A is that they want to keep the cost low. This is now retailing for $203,888. By the way, when I give you prices, I should point out that prices during motor shows do change. Sometimes they go up if cars are selling well, and sometimes they adjust it down, and of course a lot of it is down to bargaining power. So if you do want a good deal, make sure you give me a call or drop me a line. I'll do my best to help you out. The other new car at BMW is the all-new X3. I do have videos about these 2 cars, and this one really has been getting a lot of attention. Now remember, the X3 is traditionally BMW's best-selling car around the world, and the entry-level model for Singapore is the X320. This one's going for $335,888. Wonder what people think of the looks. But if there is one car that I think is going to sell really well at the Motor Show, it's over there. Let me show you. And it is a ubiquitous sight on Singapore roads. It's the BMW X1. So at the Motor Show, this is priced at $223,888. They do have a kind of monthly installment plan worked out, and that works out to $1,908 a month. So tell me you're not tempted. So that's it for BMW. Let's see what else is on offer. So if you look at this part of this Mini, it's going to look familiar, but this part is where it's all new. This is the new Mini Cooper S convertible. So this is a combustion car, and it's basically the very heavily facelifted version of the Cooper. It's got the new dashboard materials and the new round OLED interface. And what is going on with this car is that it has a launch price of $294,888. So obviously a fun car for people who are committed to having fun. Now I've learned that for the Motor Show, Mini is giving out 7 years of free servicing and 7 years warranty on the combustion cars. If you follow me, you'll see the rest of Mini's range is largely electric now, and there are promos for the electric cars as well. These cars come with a 5-year comprehensive warranty, but there is an 8-year warranty for the battery, as well as 8 years of free servicing. So how about that? Buy this now and don't come up with any money for servicing for 8 years. Sounds like a sweet deal to me. So over at Hyundai, the car I want to take home is the Ioniq 5N. It is a high-performance version of their pure electric car. It's been refreshed for 2025. There's a couple of reasons I can't take that home with me. Number 1, I can't afford it. Number 2, there is no number 2, I can't afford it. But the next best thing could be this. This is the all-new Tucson, and it's being launched with the N line. So it looks more sporty than before. Now, it's not super high performance, but it is not a slow car either. It's a 1.6-litre turbo hybrid with 212 horsepower. Being a hybrid, it is quite fuel efficient. 6.6 litres per 100 kilometers. This being the Motor Show, there are goodies and promos and giveaways. If you buy a Category A car, you get $500 Takashimaya vouchers. Or if you buy a Cat B model, it's $1,000 to spend at Takashimaya. There's also $500 insurance subsidy for Cat A models, rising to $1,000 insurance subsidy for Cat B models. All the cars come with 1-year road tax, as well as 10 years free preventative maintenance. So if you are interested in checking out the new Hyundais, whether it's electric or combustion or hybrid, now is the right time. Okay, one of the reasons to come to a Motor Show is to have a look at cars that are coming in the future, and this one is around the corner, so it's coming in the near future. This is the Kia EV5. And if you're thinking it looks like a scaled-down version of the EV9, you're sort of halfway correct. This is a 5-seater family car, and it will come as a Category A model to start. That will keep the price low. I'm guessing it's going to cost less than $190,000 when it goes on sale in Singapore. But what about cars you can buy today? Well, follow me. I'll show you one of the more kind of hot-selling Kia models. So this is a Sorento hybrid, a very popular car, but what's been surprising to me at least is that more or less the flagship combustion model for Kia in Singapore. This is the Carnival 8-seater. Has apparently been selling very well. It's priced at 275,999 for the motor show, and it has been attracting a lot of attention for people who want a lot of space, family-oriented buyers, that kind of thing. And all the Kias you see at the show come with 5 years free servicing. There are brands that offer more, but one thing important to note is that with Kia, you get 5 years of full servicing. That's an important distinction to make because some other brands offer more time, but not every kind of servicing. If you buy a Kia, you won't actually have to come up with any money for servicing at all for the next 5 years. Oh man, the doors are locked for safety purposes. I think it's to keep the car safe from the likes of me because this is a very posh car. This is the Mercedes Maybach EQS 680. So Maybach is just around the Rolls-Royce label for Mercedes-Benz. So this is a very posh car. I'm sure you can see it from the luscious two-tone paintwork. Put my fingerprints all over that, and of course a very handsome grille. This actually costs 1.1 million, and I was surprised because there are regular Mercedes models that are very close in terms of price. But okay, as much as I would like a pure electric and very plush and very customizable SUV like this, I think most of us are here to see other Mercedes models. Now 1.1 can actually nearly buy every single one of the cars you see behind me. So let's start in turn. This is the CLA 180. It is now the most affordable Mercedes in Singapore, $206,000 with COE, and that entails apparently a motor show discount of $51,888. Now, the same discount actually applies to the GLA 180, a massively popular car because it's a compact SUV and it's designed to be, I would say, mass luxury within reach. So this one sells for $214,000 with COE. But the single most discounted model at the motor show is somewhere over there, if you follow me. Now this is the most heavily discounted Mercedes-Benz at the motor show. It's now selling for $244,000 flat. That means they've apparently discounted it by $81,888. So you get a lot of car for that money because this is, remember, a 7-seat SUV. And last year it was refreshed with longer range. It now covers 565 kilometers on a single charge. So not only will this car go further with the batteries that it has now, it's supposed to help you make your dollars go further as well. So some parts of the motor show this year are not actually in the main halls. You can actually come down to the third floor to have a look at some brands as well. Xpeng is one of them, and I'm standing beside this X9. It's a luxury MPV from China. And it's not actually for sale yet, but again, one of the reasons to come to a motor show is to kind of check out cars, get a feel for them, sit inside and see what's on offer and see what's around the corner. But when it comes to something that you can buy now, I think the car to watch at Xpeng is definitely the G6. This is a car that's been winning accolades both here and overseas. We've done a video on that car and we really loved it as well. The big news is that it is selling for $219,999 at the motor show. Now remember, as I've mentioned, COEs have just jumped up by $12,000, so they've more or less held the price steady. This car comes with 5 years free servicing, 5 years comprehensive warranty, and an 8-year warranty on the battery. So all in all, I would say the G6 is one of the cars that is worth checking out, whether you do it by video and WhatsApp or whether you come down to the motor show. Now here's another old friend of mine, the Zeekr X. It's a car I really enjoyed driving and I was really stunned by the quality of the interior. This is also going for a very aggressive motor show price of $199,999. Now, a lot of people worry about the road taxes that they have to pay for powerful electric cars because electric cars are taxed on how many kilowatts their motors output. To get around that, well, Zeekr is offering 5 years of road tax rebate. The first year is free, and then the next 4 years is going to come up to something like $8,000+. They will actually discount that off the purchase price for you as well. So this car, I think, is priced to sell. But one of the stars of the Zeekr stand for me is actually the 7X. It's over there. It's kind of an old friend, but also a new friend. If you want to follow me, it is this SUV that has been getting a lot of attention. That is because it's in kind of the sweet spot of the market where there are a lot of family buyers looking for electric cars of this size and shape. It's basically a competitor to the Tesla Model Y, but to me it does have a very nice interior and a very high quality cabin. I don't have the price for you because it isn't actually launched yet. It will be here sometime around the middle of the year, but really until then, this is a car to keep an eye on. Oh, okay, so I'm really happy to be sitting down for a while now because my legs are killing me. There's so much to see at the show. And I'm sitting inside the Maxus Mifa 7. My cameraman is telling me I need to get out and do some work now. You will, of course, remember the Mifa 7 from a video that we did earlier. It is a pure electric 7-seater and it's designed entirely to be a very spacious MPV for family use. So they've done things like kept the wheel arch intrusion low at the back so there's more space for passengers. They've kept things like the battery low so that there's more headroom for everyone on board. And despite all the size, what makes this car interesting is that it is actually sized for Singapore. So it's big inside, but it's not too big outside to make you stressed out in a multi-story car park. Now this is priced at $226,999 for the Motorshow, and I've done the sums. It works out to something like just over $33,000 per person. If you can find a better deal than that, let me know. So finally, here it is in Singapore in launch trim, and I finally have a price with you. The Aura 07 is going for $208,999 with COE. That's actually a little bit higher than I thought it would be, but then again, just a day ago, category B COEs jumped up $12,000, but this is a fully spec car. It comes with everything that I showed you in a preview video that I did earlier, so that means 256 colors of ambient lighting, full massage chairs and ventilated chairs up front, and so much more. And I'm sure you agree that this car is getting a lot of attention because it looks like nothing else out there. It combines the futuristic drive of electric cars with the classic styling of European models that have been on sale for decades and decades. Now, if you don't feel like coming down to jostle with the crowds to check out the Aura 07, you can of course drop me a text at the number below and I'll be happy to set you up with a test drive and get you the VIP treatment you so deserve. I mean, this looks like a car for VIPs, so you may as well be treated like one. Okay, so it's been a hell of a long day. There was so much to see at this year's Motor Show. I'm about to go home for some much needed rest, but before I do that, I cannot wait to see what I got myself with the Toyota Lucky Blind Box. So it's going to be one of these 3 items guaranteed, but there is a card in there with a special lucky number that could win me actual gold. So wish me luck, guys. Okay, here we go. Now, who doesn't love a good mystery prize, right? Let's see what I've got. Okay, it's something wrapped in gold. Let's see what I have. It feels like a plushie, and I'm sure it's one of the plushies that I saw on the side of the box. So let's see if it wants to come out and face life with me. Oh, look at this! How cute is that? So this is, I guess, a pot of gold with a Toyota in it. I'm gonna put this on my desk and dream about the Toyota I could have won. But there's more. I do have a card here, and wish me luck. I'm looking for 3880, and the number is 5758. So I guess there's no goal for me, but hey, maybe if I play these numbers in 4D, I can come back to the Motor Show and take home something nice and new. Well, that's my wrap up of all the best and most interesting deals at the Singapore Motor Show 2025. I do have 2 tips for you. Number 1, make sure you stop by the Toyota booth to get one of these, and number 2, for the love of God, please wear comfortable shoes. Of course, if you don't feel like schlepping all the way down to look at everything and pound the pavement yourself, feel free to drop me a line at the number below. I will do my best to help you out and answer your questions. For now, thanks for watching. That's it from me. See you again.